Worth it. Worth it. Worth it. Every moment spent with your child is worth it.
Well, it highlights the importance of the first years of life as a critical period of rapid brain development and learning. That's the United Nations Children's Fund Father's Day campaign in partnership with celebrated musician Zakes Bantwini as well as the Lego Foundation. In November last year, Bantwini and his wife Nandi Madida welcomed their son Shaka into the world. The record producer and multi-talented musician joins us now from our Durban studios to tell us more about the campaign. A very good morning to you, Zakes, and welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you very much. Welcome to my studio in Durban.
Our studios, you mean? But Zakes, I know that you and your wife don't always speak out publicly about your family life and your relationship, but I must ask you, for the benefit of all those who love you, including myself, how fatherhood has been treating you over the past couple of months.
Well, I'm not really a first father. My wife is a first mom. You know, like I have a blended family. You know, my Shaka is my last born. But I think it's the first time I'm this involved. You know, it's the first time I'm this involved. You know, I made my mistakes, and I think with Shaka, I think that's when I started, you know, being really involved with being a father. And I think we're doing great with my wife. It's like it's the first time I'm a father, and my wife is the first time she's a mother. So we are taking a lot of advices from our parents, you know, and people who are helping us. Believe you me, the first 3 months hasn't been. The first month wasn't easy. I mean, we will call. Because we didn't have a nanny, so for the first 2 months we didn't actually have a nanny at all. It was just us and our son, and we actually had to do almost everything. And believe me, we didn't know some of the stuff, so we'll make calls and ask, what do we do now? You know, we'll consult at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, because we wouldn't actually sleep, and we didn't know how to deal with that. So but right now we are very happy now. It's smooth sailing, you know. We're excited.
All right, we're very glad to hear that. Now, give us a quick background into this UNICEF campaign and what the inspiration behind it was.
I think I work a lot with the UNICEF. I'm a celebrity advocate for UNICEF. So we deal with a lot of issues that really are speaking to anything that affects a child, you know. And after our last campaign that we were doing, and then we had to get on this one, which is the Father's Day campaign, which talks about the brain development and how it should be involved. The first 1,000 days being the most important days in your child's life, because playing with your child and just stimulating his or her mind, because we tend to now, especially as fathers, we tend to think that, you know, growing a child is a mother's job, you know, and what we have to do, us as fathers, we're just gonna have to give money. When we give money, then it means we are involved in a child's life. And I think with this campaign was obviously to change that, because in South Africa we have a lot of we have a lot of fathers who are not really that involved with their kids. You know, they might be looking after their kids through money, but the money does never look after a kid. And then they will buy iPads, buy phones. You know, you find someone not really developing his or her child, because I mean, there's an iPad. Watch an iPad or watch a TV. They don't play. You know, with their kids. They don't read to their kids. They don't actually stimulate their kids. And the first 1,000 days are the most important days to, you know, of your child, where you have to be very involved in stimulating them, because it will help them as they grow up. They will be way better than any other kid which was never developed in the first 1,000 days. So when you feel like you're gonna be involved in your child when they're 16, you've lost the plot, because the first 3 years of your child's life is one of the most important days to a child.
All right, Zakes, just to close it off before we run out of time, what are some of the lessons that your father taught to you that you will definitely be passing on to your young son?
I think my dad, you know, was never that involved except my mom, and I think that's what I've actually learned, me having a dad, that I'd like to just change. I want my son to see me every day. If it's not every day, but I don't want a week to go by without me seeing my son and being able to engage with my son, you know. And when we grew up, my dad was like, who will come once, I mean, maybe in a month, and we'll sit down with him, but he would be so excluded to us, so we wouldn't actually have a conversation with him that much. And I said to myself, I want to change that. I want to change that. I want to be able to have an engagement with my kids and grow them and have conversation with them each and every day. And right now I have an opportunity of developing Shaka, you know, and I'm using this particular campaign that we're doing with UNICEF, because for me it speaks to me directly, because Shaka is still within 1,000 days of this particular campaign. So I want to make sure that in this, while we're talking campaign, I'm also practicing that actually at home. So it's not an issue of just renting a face or Zakes talking about the campaign that is not even involved in. I'm so involved in this campaign. It's something that I'm doing each and every day, and that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm trying to change, and that's what I stand for right now, in saying, hey guys, listen, when you decide to give birth, be involved. When you don't, when you feel like you don't have time, don't have a child.
All right, so thank you very much, Zakes Bantwini, and happy Father's Day to him as well. That's record producer and multi-talented musician speaking to us about his Father's Day campaign in partnership with UNICEF and, of course, the Lego Foundation. Time for us to take a quick break, but we'll be back with more right here on SABC's Morning Live.